Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Yeah. Can I make you move now? Yes, I can. So you can get this movement up back in again. I can make it round the world when it holds in your hand. Popcorn World. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World.
You're now listening to the Brothers of the Five. At shooting guard, it's your boy, Killer Cam. At small forward, it's Reggie Love. At point guard, C Major. At power forward, Al B. And at center, Mr. Noise, Lloyd Spence. And now, the Brothers of the Five.
Add one more plus me into the
We have a crazy show for you tonight because we are halved up tonight. Half of us are on the screen. The other half is in Boston at the TD Gardens trying to get situated. So they will be joining us in just a few minutes. But we are excited to be able to bring you all of what we do right here on the Five. That's Chad Major. I'm Lloyd Spence. Soon to be joining us will be Jesse Wright, and of course Killer Cam. So how you feeling tonight, Chad? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Just trying to see what this game. This is an important game tonight, man.
This is an important game. I'm really tired of hearing about it. And not because I'm not excited about the NBA Finals. I'm just tired of hearing about all of the stuff that the crazy stuff that they talking about in the game, the antics and all of the did Draymond do this and come on, man. None of that matters. Yeah. Can what two teams are going to show up tonight? Are the Warriors going to play a full, complete game and keep dominating in the third? Are the Celtics going to keep their turnovers down? That's really all that matters. Everything else is just smoke and mirrors.
Yeah,
I can't believe that he would get thrown out. But here we are, live from TD Gardens.
Hey.
We got our guys, Killer Cam in the building with J-Dub. They on the flow.
What's up, man? The
Real G's get down on the flow. On the flow. Is that how the song goes?
What's going on, man?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing tonight?
We good, man.
Man, how does it feel up in there? What does it feel like in TD tonight? What does it look? What does it feel like?
All I'm gonna say is that Clay over here knocking down shots, man.
You looking good?
Oh, Clay over here knocking them down. It may be a scary night.
Game 6 Clay. Game 6 Clay, man.
If can he convert that from a practice to a play?
It could be a scary night. I'm just saying. Remember, I said it first.
All right. So I heard Iguodala is playing. Is that right? Is Iguodala playing?
Say that one more. Yeah, Iggy playing. He suited up. He been out here.
He suited up. He's looking okay. So Warriors will be full squad tonight.
Yeah.
They got. Yeah.
Full squad tonight.
They're gonna need them. They're gonna need them because Draymond gonna get kicked out tonight.
Oh, I don't know about that now. I don't know about that.
Not tonight, man.
So
there's Jesse right there. What up, J-Dub?
What's going on, man?
How y'all feeling, man? Y'all in the building, man. Y'all up in there. Well, how's it feeling? Can y'all hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I said, how are you feeling about tonight's game?
Celtics have to win. Game 3 winners of a tied NBA Finals series end up winning the series 8% of the time.
Yep. Yep, that's the rumor.
Yeah.
That's the rumor. What, Jesse, what's got you the most concerned tonight as a Celtics fan?
Robert Williams' health, Grant Williams' confidence to play his game. He's 2-time SEC Player of the Year, right? He does a lot of the Draymond things on our team, right? Him and Smart. So his hesitancy to play his basketball, right, could be part of that experience factor that's playing in. That's really it. And turnovers are the number one thing, right? Like, you know, when the Celtics have 15 or fewer turnovers, they're 13-2 in the playoffs.
Right.
When they've had more than 15 turnovers, they're 0-6.
Okay. What is the energy in the building feeling like? Can you sense an excitement or is there nervousness? What does it feel like?
I would say that the energy is overwhelming. It causes you to do things that you normally wouldn't do.
What would that be?
Now, what? Okay, so what does that mean? Are you saying the
I'm
Celtics
just
might
telling
do
you,
stuff?
it causes you to do some things that you would normally do. But sometimes you have to, because of where you at in the atmosphere, sometimes you have to blend in a little bit sometimes.
Okay, that's an interesting statement you're making there. Okay.
So he's gonna be rooting for the Celtics, is what he's saying.
Is he all right? His phone went to a weird place.
See?
What is happening right now?
That's his excuse.
Are you serious right now?
We got 2 Celtics fans now. Okay.
Are you serious right now? What is going on?
Man, screenshot this, man. Screenshot this.
Oh my God.
Can you let me explain?
No.
I don't know if I want an explanation. On behalf of Laker Nation, I don't know if I want an explanation.
Nah.
Oh, man.
He going big cheerleader now. He
in full regalia tonight. What?
He going big cheerleader.
Explain it to me. You got to explain.
It's the NBA Finals. I'm sitting on the court. I'm just blending in. And I'm rooting for the Steph Curry.
Boy, Lloyd.
No.
He looked. You thought he looked good in purple. Ooh, boy, look good in some green, boy. Oh.
No, he don't. It look like his skin. It look like his skin is gonna melt off.
Lord, they won't even let you sit down here unless you got it on.
Really?
That's an excuse, and that's what I'm sticking with. Okay.
Oh, okay. Boy, you can't.
Hold on, look at Draymond.
Let me see what Draymond looking like out there.
Man. I can't believe it, man.
Give us a good Draymond picture real quick. Give us a good Draymond picture real quick.
Gotta relax.
Man.
This is unbelievable that all that's going on right now.
I'm signing off, and I'm gonna jump on Jesse's thing over here.
Okay, all right.
Oh my God. Hey.
This is unbelievable what I'm seeing here tonight.
I can't hear anything.
After I sign off, I'm gonna be on there with you.
Okay.
I said, this is unbelievable what I'm seeing here tonight, noisemakers. Mr. Laker is sitting in full Celtic regalia. In the words of Shaq, James Worthy is rolling over in his grave. Wilt Chamberlain is rolling over in his grave.
Was that a stipulation to get the be courtside with Jesse? Jesse, did you give him that stipulation?
Absolutely. I bought the fucking jersey. That's authentic. Hold on. Have you seen the back?
Oh, I saw it. Oh, man.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Nice. The things you do for friendship, man, I tell you, bro.
I mean, if selling your soul to the devil was a person. Shameful. I am never letting you live this day down.
The only thing that matters right now is if you cut me open, I'm bleeding purple and gold. That's the only thing that matters.
Well, we
I don't
need to
know.
get a knife. Can somebody on the floor get us a knife?
I don't know.
Because I need you to bleed all over that jersey.
This is screenshot worthy right here. This is screenshot
Not
worthy.
the
I'm
players may
telling
do
you.
that for us.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Screenshot that and put that on a t-shirt.
Why don't y'all give us a fan perspective while y'all there? Y'all got some fans around you y'all can talk to? I'm curious to know what they
fans?
feeling right now. Whoever. I'm curious to know what they saying, what they thinking tonight.
Here go a diehard Celtic fan right here. This is my
All right, let's talk to them.
Celtics.
What's going on? What's going on?
Let's go.
That must be
All right.
Season 6.
All right.
Let's go, baby.
Are they feeling? Ask them, are they feeling confident? Ask them, are they
Are you
feeling
that
confident?
confident, Nick?
Yeah, we got it in 6.
Tell them why it's in 6. Tell them why.
We got JT. We got JB. That's all we need. We're winning at home, baby.
What?
We're winning at home. Season 6 in the Garden. Let's go, baby.
All right, okay.
They already been drinking early. They've been drinking early.
They're calling for season 6.
6.
That would go against all of our predictions, though, Jesse.
Not mine. Yeah,
Right, all of our predictions are not that.
I'll see some Golden State in there.
Yeah, I see a few Golden State jerseys in there.
They looking over their shoulder though.
Places starting to fill up. You got one right behind you.
They looking over their shoulder though.
Right, you got Golden State right behind you.
Hey, I saw a Manny Machado jersey too, standing in line to get in. That don't mean nothing.
Manny Machado in the building.
Right? We saw Manny Machado. We saw Manny
That's
Machado.
hilarious. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Wow. All right. So everybody's healthy. Everybody's playing. We're good. Should be a good one tonight.
What'd you say?
I said everybody's healthy. Everybody's playing. No late last minute scratches or anything.
I don't think so. Robert Williams is the only one who's questionable, but no, I think he's playing.
How's he looking? How's he looking? Can you see him?
The line hasn't moved, so he must be looking fine.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's definitely playing. All the reports say that he's playing. So, all right, man. Well, man, listen. We sure appreciate y'all coming through from Teton Gardens. They're getting look at that nice shot of the Raptors right there. I like that. I like that. Even as a Laker fan, you know, it's like looking at hanging toilet tissue. But I like the fact that y'all up in there, man.
Awesome seats, man. There's awesome seats right there.
Yeah.
Hold on, right here, Lloyd.
Yeah, it looks like hanging toilet tissue with green stuff on it, but it's fine.
Oh man.
Those are just banners. I don't know. You know anything about those?
We know a lot about those. We got 17 ourselves. We got 17 of ourselves.
Hey, we got the same amount for another week.
No, it's gonna be longer than a week.
A lot can happen in a week, Lloyd.
A lot can happen in a week. That's true. That's very true. That's very true.
Same amount of banners for another week.
We good.
No, I'm rooting for Steph Curry and the Warriors.
Say it loud. Say it louder, Cam.
I've already made my pick. I said Warriors 5.
Well, he can't say it too loud.
Huh?
I said say it louder.
You can't say it louder, but you can't say it too loud in that jersey.
I can say it as loud as I want.
Cam could fight.
Hey, wait, Lloyd, you got the Celtics winning?
Not at all. I never had the Celtics winning.
Huh?
I never had the Celtics winning.
Okay.
But I wouldn't don that jersey either.
I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble.
I feel you.
Well, you're in the right town to get trouble, so you probably made the right decision.
I don't think you can. I think you gotta do it.
Who's that?
Is that Jordan? Or is that Draymond?
Woo! Draymond wearing some kind of blue shoes tonight, boys.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wearing them Tar Heel blue shoes.
Well, it was interesting. Robert Williams walked in tonight with a Dennis Rodman shirt on, so I think he's trying to send a message.
Ooh, oh, what's the line on Robert Williams rebounds tonight?
Yeah, you might want to look into that. It sound like he's trying to clean up the boards tonight.
We got some bets tonight. We got two different $200 parlays, both pay $600. We've got Grant Williams plus 5.5 points. Grant Williams one or more 3-pointers, and Al Horford plus 11 points. And then we got the opposite of Al Horford plus 1.5 3-pointers, Grant Williams plus 5.5 points, and Horford plus 12 points.
Awesome. I think tonight is going to come down to whether or not Golden State can withstand the run of whatever the Celtics do in the first half. If they can hold out that first half and keep it somewhere close, they got a shot to win. But if the Celtics are up by 25, 30, this is over.
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, you look at Golden State stats in the third period, right? Just in this series, and the disparity is shocking. So, turnovers, third quarter performance, absolutely going to be key. But I'm telling you, these role players just need to play their roles, right?
Yeah, big time. So, all right. So you guys look good, minus your clothing. And you got great seats. I hope you guys enjoy yourself.
Yes,
we're gonna let y'all get to it. And then we can't wait to see y'all back. Well, you might end up at game 6 if there's a game 6, though.
Is there gonna be a game 6?
I said 6. I said game 6.
There'll be a game 6.
We'll have to see what happens.
We'll have to see what happens. Gentlemen, until then, we will see you guys. Y'all have a good time.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
Say bye. Say what now? Say bye.
I said, y'all have a good time.
Man, we definitely gonna tune in though.
All right. Sounds good.
Warriors by 12 tonight.
Ooh.
We're going to go ahead and stop that right
I like how
all right, man.
He's getting enemy territory. So
I cannot believe he's in the Celtics jersey. I am never letting him live that down. Let me just be very clear.
Yeah.
Never letting him live that down.
What do you say? Do as the Romans do?
I guess you got to do what you got to do if you go sit on the floor. You don't want no problems.
Yeah.
We got breaking news, man. Real quick, I don't know if you heard, but while you were driving home, Cooper Kupp signed a 3-year, $80 million deal, $75 million guaranteed. Chad, what are your thoughts on that?
Well deserved. He's definitely been, one of the elite wide receivers these last couple of years, and well deserved. He got them to that Super Bowl that they won. So I mean, well deserved money. So he's got to play like he's worth that money now. So
right.
That's the thing. So, but no.
Listen, one of the things that winning does, winning gets everybody paid. Aaron Donald got his money. Yeah. Cooper Kupp is not the highest paid receiver, but 75 out of $80 million guaranteed is nothing to sneeze at, sir. You in the mix. Yeah, you in the mix. So shout out to them, man. That's the pretty
So does Odell get paid next?
If he wants to. The question is going to be whether or not he wants to really truly stay there. Because I would imagine, and this is where the X factor comes in, I would imagine there is an Odell Beckham market. So the question is, does he want to stay there? Does he want to continue to live out in LA and do his thing there? And if he does, then yeah, they'll probably do a team-friendly deal, give him some money, to keep him there for another year or two. And, but that's going to be the X factor. Does he really want to be there or not? And if he does, the money's there for him to get. I think it's really going to be in his hands. And then the other thing is, Right now he's focusing in on rehab. So he ain't tripping. Listen, Odell's not broke. He got his money.
Yeah.
We paid him a ton of money. So
Yeah.
and Cleveland took the rest of the check and paid him. So it ain't like he broke. So he's doing all right. So
I think he needs to stay, man. That's the best chance of probably winning another ring.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good spot. It's a good spot. It's a good situation. It's going to be a much tougher road this time because now you are the hunted, not the hunter. Yeah. So, they're coming for you every week now. But getting him back probably in week 14 or 13 or whatever could be huge for a deep playoff run. Yeah. And so we'll see. We'll see what they can pull together late in the season. The other thing, and for those who are tuning in now, thank you guys, Noisemakers, for tuning in. Five Nation, we appreciate y'all.
Yes.
We just came live from TD Garden with Jesse and Cam are down on the floor. Real G's get down on the floor. They on the floor. And we went live, so you guys they're tuning in right now. We got a development story that's interesting to me. Deshaun Watson, apparently, according to a New York Times article, booked 66 female massages in 17 months. And the Texans clearly knew something about it because they provided him with NDA documents, NDA sheets, so that he could have the women sign off on NDAs. And now the Texans are being named by Deshaun Watson's lawyer in the lawsuit. So they are now about to be a part of the lawsuit that Deshaun Watson is a part of. So I have very weird emotions about this. Not emotions, but thoughts about this, Chad, but I want to hear your thoughts first.
So if you sign an NDA, are you supposed to be able to come back and...
You are not.
So, I mean, so that's a breach of contract.
That would be a breach of contract. If Deshaun has the receipts on all these NDAs, then yes, that is a breach of contract, and technically he can sue for that.
I just want to know. That's one of those 66 massages. That means Texans' offensive line was terrible, and he got hit a lot.
Right.
He got hit a lot because I don't know how to feel about this because you may have a legitimate case, one legitimate case, and then all of these are tag-alongs, or he could not actually have done anything wrong, and this was consensual, I guess, if you want to say. But I mean, it's I don't know. It's kind of weird because you just don't know. It's in a weird place right now.
Well, I'm gonna say this to you. This is one of the strangest cases that I have ever witnessed in my life because of a couple of reasons. Number one, for there to have been 66 female massages in only 24 cases to this date, that means 42 women have not said a word. So are there 24 people that he just chose to assault or 24 people of regret? Because again, to this date, two different judges in the state of Texas have said, we don't see the crimes. It's creepy behavior, but we don't see the crime. There's no crime involved in any of this. So if that is the case, I don't know where this is going. And for the NFL, I don't know how you legislate any of this. And then here's the other part. If it is true that the Texans provided him NDAs so that he could do these massages, well, what does that mean? Why do you need an NDA to get a massage? Now, I know what their story is going to be. Well, we didn't know that he was doing sexual stuff with them. We just gave him the NDA so they would keep the massage private. But why do you care if a massage is private? That doesn't make any sense.
I think they gave him the NDA. He probably got out what happened. Somebody said he was doing something. They gave him the NDAs to cover himself at the end and thought this would go away. So it probably was some rumblings of something going on, and they were trying to cover themselves and cover him at the same time.
So that has to mean, based on what you just said, that the Texans would have to be complicit in all of this if that were the case. So I don't know where this is going, and more importantly, I don't know what the NFL can ultimately do about it at that point, because this rabbit hole goes deep if Texans are involved in it. It goes very, very deep.
And you know why I think they could be involved in it? Or no, it's a very good chance because they didn't release them or fine them or do anything to that nature.
Well, and not only that, again, let's go back to the timing. This has been going on for quite some time. It wasn't a story until he said, hey, I want to leave the Texans. Then all of a sudden, he's now this guy who does these things. And, so I don't know. There are no winners in any of what's taking place here tonight with the Texans. And with Deshaun Watson. But I gotta believe that, and Reggie Love just pulls up on us. Shout out to Reggie Love. Reggie Love, you just missed Cam on the floor at TD Gardens in a Celtics jersey.
Yeah.
He said you gotta do what you gotta. He said you gotta do what you gotta do in these situations. I said okay.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that either.
I don't know about that one.
I mean, you can go neutral. You don't have to wear a Celtics jersey.
Yeah, you just put your old T-shirt on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He did have a finals T-shirt on.
He had a finals Celtics Tatum jersey on. I'm never letting him live that down, by the way.
What was it, sidekicking crime beside him?
Yes, he was. Shout out to J-Dub, Jesse Wright, sitting right beside him. I think he paid for the jersey.
Two Celtics fans watching the game.
I'm just saying, it was weird. That's all I'm saying.
Especially being a Lakers fan, that's a
cardinal sin. That's a sin.
Yeah.
That's like not getting into heaven. You can't even get to heaven at that point. I don't know what that was he just did. So, Well, listen, we're going to run through this quick tonight because we're not going to keep be before you long, as the preacher would say. Your game 1, game 2 reactions. What are y'all thoughts? I think tonight's game, first of all, I'm so glad the game is about to go down because I'm so sick of all of the banter back and forth about what Draymond did and how he got in their heads. Because to be honest with you, I don't know if any of that stuff matters. I don't think any of it mattered. Listen, here are the numbers you need to concern yourself with going into tonight's game. 19, which is the number of turnovers that the Celtics had. 2 and 2, which are the points that Al Horford and Marcus Smart had. And then 3, which is the third quarter that they can't seem to get points in. That's the only 3 things that matter to me tonight's game.
You know what? This is a sports show, and I'm going to disagree a little bit.
Go ahead.
To me, it does matter. It sets the tone on how the game is called. And when you set a tone on how the game is called or how a game is officiated, it does take some precedence on the way the game is played. Not saying that what Marcus Smart and Horton did I agree with you in that aspect. Sure. But it did show you how the game was going to be called.
Do you think that they're going to allow a certain level of physicality tonight? Or because of all, and I'm asking both of you, or because of all of the banter and all the stuff that's going on, do you think they're going to try to send a message early to Draymond and the Warriors, like, hey man, it's going to be tight tonight?
Well, you know what? Here's the crazy thing. I didn't mind what Draymond, if it's
I didn't either.
Physical, let them be physical both ways. See, the thing I hate about refereeing. Some games, it depends on who's the baseline referee. Mm-hmm. And when some baseline referees may call it one way on one end, then a baseline because they alternate, and the baseline referee on the other side may be calling it different.
Right. So
to me, if you're going to let them be physical, let them be physical. If you're not going to let them be physical, to me, that's what I'm saying with NBA. And another thing about NBA is that gets me. and it's been going through the NBA since the 90s. Let's be honest. Certain people are allowed to get away with certain things, or
Absolutely.
has more leeway on certain things.
Absolutely.
And it goes past Draymond, because I remember Rasheed Wallace used to get a technical foul for looking at a referee.
Oh man, he breathed the wrong way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and I'm not just talking about Draymond. I'm just talking about the NBA. So to me, just if you're gonna let them play physical, let them play physical. If you're not, you're not. But I prefer just let them play. I mean, a foul is a foul, but let them go ahead and play the game of basketball, because I don't want the referee to dictate who wins or loses this game.
Absolutely.
So Reggie, you being a referee, do y'all get together before the game is and get to be on one accord on stuff like that?
I mean, I ain't been at that level,
I mean, I'm just saying,
yeah,
but
right.
but here's the thing: yes and no. But you can see how one baseline may be calling it, so you have to be on one accord. If your other baseline referee is letting them bang a little bit, and you come down and don't let them bang, something's wrong.
Right.
You
Now it's unfair.
Yeah, you have to clean it up. So that's my thing. Nothing. I don't have a problem with what Draymond did. I think you got to watch it a little bit, because you got to be close. When you have one tech, you got to bring it back a little bit. So, but I don't disagree with what he's doing, the physicality of it. No, just as long as you let both of them play, then hey, let's let them play.
And to be honest with you, I think Draymond has already won.
Yeah.
Because he's had them talking about it all week long.
Right.
So he's clearly gotten into their heads in some capacity, and they're clearly going to try to do whatever tonight. So I think he's already won. And if Draymond is as smart as I think that he is, he's going to let them self-destruct themselves. Right. I would not even play the same game tonight. I play a whole different chess game. Every time they came in at me, I'd throw my hands up like, hey, man, I'm not doing anything.
Right.
I played a whole different way tonight. But I got to believe that Draymond learned from 2016. Yeah. I got to believe that. Surely he knows that if I get thrown out of this whole series changes dramatically.
And he came close. And I agree. It came close. That little incident with Brown, in a regular season game, they probably would have called a double tech. So, but not necessarily, but it came close. In that aspect of the game, Draymond plays it to that line. That's who he is, though. That's who he is. And when you playing it to that fine line, man, you got to be careful, because you never know what day a referee may be having.
Yeah. I think go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, like y'all guys said, he definitely walks a fine line, and you have to refer back to 2016. You can't put yourself in that position to almost get ejected or have them look at you a certain way. You definitely have to. You can do the Draymond things, but you have to go in the back of your mind like, I'm not trying to get kicked out of this game. So I mean, definitely, if they get on one accord and they're going to call it physical, then I have no problem with it. But I mean, Draymond, you have to, there's something bigger than you at stake. So I mean,
and I'll say this: if he wants to still take that first tech in the right situation, take it. But that's it. Once you get it, now you got to cut the water off and be like, okay, I got to play it straight down the middle here on out. So it's going to be interesting to see. We'll get to our predictions in just a second. But I do want to run through a couple of stories real quick. I'm going to be honest with you. When Dustin Johnson went, I didn't take it seriously. I was like, okay, that's fine. The money's right. Dustin ain't making no money on the PGA Tour anymore. I get it. When Phil went, I was like, whatever. I get it. Sergio, Patrick Reed, no big deal. When Bryson DeChambeau said, hey, man, I'm going too. And now the rumor is that Ricky Fowler is saying, hey, man, me too. I think the PGA's got a real problem. And let me just say, I'll keep my comments real short and succinct. The problem that I see that they have is that there is too much money. And by the way, I'm going to ask y'all this question too, because the reference that I keep hearing guys say is, well, that's blood money. Okay, well, it's always been blood money. When the U.S. took the money, it was blood money. When every other country takes the money from Saudi Arabia, it's still the same blood money. So either it's money or it's blood money, whatever you want to call it. But what I'll say is it's too much money for them to be turning down. And these younger players who don't consistently win on the tour, man, they can go make this money easy. Listen, Dustin Johnson got $22 million to go play. I think the rumor was Bryson DeChambeau is getting $100 million or something like that, some ridiculous number just to go play. That's not the money he's gonna get from playing on a tour. That's just to go play. I think PGA got a real problem, and they're gonna have to figure it out real fast because I think we're about to see a trend of younger players saying, "Man, I'm gonna go make this easy money over here. I'm guaranteed to walk away with millions every week."
Yeah, I think the thing is the PJ has to figure out, are you going to let them flip-flop? I think it'd be good for them to be able to still play in the majors and everything because the golfers still want to be able to play in the PGA major along with doing the Live series and making this money. But if PJ is going to not allow him to play in different tournaments and majors, that's where I think the problem is going to lie because they definitely want to be able to rack up those trophies. I don't think PJ is going to have too much of a problem because PJ still has Tiger Woods, and he puts fans on the course. That is the money pit.
But for how much longer though?
Well, he turned down the bill. He turned
He turned it down this time, but they offered him $1 billion.
Yeah.
They offered him $1 billion, and he turned it down this time.
You know how rich you have to be to turn down $1 billion?
Yeah, you got to be $1 billion rich to turn down $1 billion.
But I think as Tiger goes, the PJ will go because that is the draw.
Well, it is, and quite honestly, you're 1,000% correct. That is very true. But I do think, let me tell you something. Ricky Fowler is wildly popular.
He is.
He is wildly popular. He got commercials. He got some game.
But he's not Tiger Woods.
He ain't. Well, nobody's Tiger Woods though, Chad. But I'm saying it you can't keep having but see, you're talking about the now. I'm telling you, guys who are the future, like Bryson DeChambeau, can't keep leaving. Because if Justin Thomas and
Sergio Garcia and all them guys.
Well, Sergio's the past to me.
Well,
but no, he came in with Tiger, so.
But he's won a major within the last 5 or 6 years.
He has, but he's the past though. I'm talking about your young guy. Like if Rory was to say, "Well, man, I decided I'm going."
Yeah,
that's a blow, man. You can't keep having your future go.
Yeah.
Like Reggie says about the NBA, you need the young guys to perform. Well, guess what? Same thing with the PGA. You need the young guys to be there because that's the future of golf. And if Tony Finau was to say, "Hey, man, this is some good money, and this is generational money that I'm making over here with the Live tournament. I'm about to bounce over here for at least a minute and play." And then the PGA getting their feelings about it, he gonna go. He be like, "Well, listen, I can go over here and make $20-30 million and only have to win."
I think they need to definitely integrate and find out how to integrate that because, like you said, it's going to be to where a lot of guys defect. Already 13 dudes are already defecting right now. So
I'm just saying. Those are my quick thoughts, though. I mean, Reg, you got any?
Man, it's like every other sport, man. I mean, when that money is offered, it's just like LeBron going to the Lakers or one of your favorite players who are all of a sudden get offered a $200 million contract and he leaves. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, money talks right about now. And you got to think about this younger generation is different. Our generation, the older, is all about that loyalty. The younger generation is saying, "Hey, if I can get the endorsement and the money over here, why not go this route?" So, and sometimes we get stuck in that not changing, and this next generation saying, "Hey, we okay with changing." So,
and listen, you playing 8 tournaments a year, and you probably gonna walk away with no less than $15-20 million. That's hard to turn down, man.
Right.
And you don't have to win to get that money.
Yeah,
that's hard to turn down, man. That's hard to turn down.
I hope the PGA is successful because they building a new headquarters right down the street. So I need my property taxes to.
Good luck with that, brother. Good luck with that.
Hey, it's just like coaching. It's just like coaching. Hey, they made a play. You got to go at halftime and you got to figure out, okay, how do I counteract their play?
Yeah,
So,
PGA gonna have to get in a room and figure this out and quickly.
yes.
Yeah, I agree with you, Reggie, 100%. All right, let's go to question 3 real quick. Aaron Donald got his bag, y'all. We talked about Cooper Kupp getting his bag. Aaron Donald got his bag, making him the highest paid non-quarterback ever. 3 years, $95 million. Was he overpaid or was he underpaid? Or was he right at paid?
Shoot, he was underpaid, in my opinion. he could have added another $50 million on there if they have it, because he's a man among
But see,
he's a gorilla.
I agree, but here's the thing with the Rams, though. You can get away with that with a quarterback, but because they're raising the cap, right, with the quarterback. Am I correct?
Say that one more time. They're raising the cap.
How they do the cap, and including something with the quarterback, they're raising the cap, but he's a non-quarterback. Doesn't that hurt their
Listen, the Rams have clearly decided they're going to blow past the cap. Because Cooper Kupp got $75 million guaranteed out of $80 million. Clearly, they're like, we don't care about it. We just won a Super Bowl. This place is going to be packed. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
So if that's how they feel, I get it. I agree with you, Reggie. I have never loved top-heavy money teams.
right?
Because eventually, as we're seeing with the Lakers, it comes back to bite you in the behind.
Yeah.
But they got a lot of guys under contract, so maybe that'll be the one exception to the rule. I don't know.
So how much would you pay 84 total tackles, 25 QB hits, 19 tackles for loss, 12 and a half sacks, 4 forced fumbles, and then you had another 3.5 sacks in the playoffs?
Well, listen, I have zero problem with his contract. I think he got the money he deserved.
Yeah.
I think he is a generational talent for sure.
Yeah.
You just got to be careful, because I think sometimes the emotion of winning a Super Bowl will blind you from the long-term reality of you got to pay these people. And that money at some point. And by the way, like I said earlier, Chad, your path to the Super Bowl ain't going to be the same. Yeah. Now, I agree with you, Ron. The Rams would not have won the Super Bowl without Aaron Donald. You're 1,000% correct. But the path to that, back to that, is not going to be the same.
They wouldn't have won it without what's my guy from Denver that was at the defense?
Von Miller,
right?
And they lost Vaughn, so
that's why they could pay AD.
But I mean, are you trying? I'm not saying he deserves his money. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, I'm like, Lord, you got to watch this thing now, because now you'll be highest top heavy and don't even, you might not win another Super Bowl for 5 years.
Right. I think you're overestimating on how easy it is to get back.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it ain't that easy to get back.
I know. Yeah, I know. But they didn't really lose a lot of people. So, I mean.
Well, we'll see.
They'll be in the mix.
But teams didn't stand pat, as we've seen. A lot of teams got a lot better.
Right, exactly.
It's going to be interesting to see. All right, let's jump to question 4. Quinn Snyder is out. Darvin Ham is in. So now what do the Lakers do with Russ? What do the Jazz do with Donovan? And who will replace Quinn Snyder? Or who would you like to see? It's probably more a better question. Who would you like to see replace Quinn Snyder? I'll jump in the fray first. As a Laker fan, I am falling in love with Darvin Ham quickly. I know we only been on one date, but boy, he sure said all the right things. I mean, he said all the right things. If you watch his press conference, he started by saying, "Man, I've been shot in the face. I ain't afraid of nothing."
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
As a Lakers fan, do you agree? Do you agree what he said about Russ?
I agree in the totality of what he said Russ should be doing, and what Russ, if he commits to it, can be. Now, the question is, will Russ commit to it? That's the real X factor. Yeah. But to his credit, Darvin Ham's credit, Russ was at the press conference with his wife. Yeah. So maybe he's bought in. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Here's the thing I love about where we are. Number one, we hired Rasheed Wallace. What you're not going to do, Russell Westbrook, is talk sideways to crazy ass Rasheed Wallace. And Darvin Ham is a big dude.
Yeah.
So if you want to square up to this coach, see, with Frank Vogel, you can talk reckless. I dare you to talk reckless to these two.
Yeah.
You will, not only will they whoop your ass, they'll find yourself on the chopping block.
Yeah, I like the Darvin Ham hire. I do like the Rasheed Wallace hire for Anthony Davis.
I love it for Anthony Davis.
I think it's going to help Anthony Davis, as far as that hire. So y'all are in a very good situation with that. As far as like you said, trying to see if they're going to keep Russ or maybe if it's not working, by the trade deadline he'll be gone. So I think you got to start the year with him, see what Darvin Ham can get out of him. But I mean, I think it's a good hire, man.
Well, I think it's a great. It has somehow turned into a really solid circumstance because now you got a dude on a 1-year contract who's trying to prove himself to get one more contract, and the coach has already come out and said, I can care less if Russ shoots. I need him to be a defensive stopper. That's how he started the press conference. So now the assignment is easy. And he said, I'm going to give you the path on how you're going to be able to do it, the type of running you have to do, the type of conditioning you're going to have to be in. So now you got to come and do what I need you to do. And it basically was an or else situation. Because guess what? By the trade deadline, you have a very tradable contract, sir.
Yeah.
I see that and I hear that.
I know what you're saying.
First of all, Russ is not 25 years old.
He's not 25.
Yeah.
And if you ain't played defense and you 35, what makes you think you're going to all of a sudden play defense when you 20? I mean, when you ain't play defense when you was 25, what makes you all of a sudden going to play defense when you're 35 when you don't have the legs and conditioning? You can condition all you want, but your body going to feel aches and pains at 35 that you didn't feel at 25.
And you are 1,000,000% correct, which leads me to this. This only works if you can put all of the right pieces around him. You still got to get younger.
Yeah.
That's what I was leading into.
Yeah.
I'm leading into this with AD. Let me go back. We know who LeBron is. LeBron is LeBron. With AD, you can hire Rasheed Wallace all you want. You need to hire a trainer that's going to keep him healthy. That's what you need to be focusing on. I don't have no problem with his offensive game. This is keep staying on the court is the problem with AD. So
Yeah.
Those pieces I'm okay with. But to me, you can say all you want about what you have. To me, I need the GM and the owner to say, we're going to get younger. If we don't get younger, we're going to be in the same place we were in last year because you can have a different philosophy, but you're going to have the same players doing the same thing because they can't keep up with those younger guys no more like that. They can't.
You need 5 guys coming off that bench who can match the intensity of the 5 guys you put in that starting lineup. If you don't have that, all of this is just great conversation, but it don't mean a whole lot.
Yeah.
For example, Golden State. I'm giving Golden State some props.
Good
We
job.
know that Curry has Curry in none of his career, he's never been just a defensive player, but he's been an average defensive player.
Right.
Klay Thompson has been a defensive player, but he's been through so many injuries. Draymond Green, he still plays defense, but he's getting older, so he's not going to guard the main player the whole game. So what Golden State does? Let me go get some young dogs that's just going to get hungry, and we're going to go after them. And you old dogs, you know what? You just knocked the Jays down. We're going to handle everything else.
Yeah.
And
that's what it's got to be.
We're going to handle everything else. Y'all just do what y'all do.
Yeah.
You know what, Clay? I know you done had a few injuries. I got Tatum, man. Go over there and hard guard some big guy. I got Tatum. See, that's what you need right now. But
absolutely,
the Lakers don't take that formula, they're going to be in the same ship again. That's just my opinion.
I agree.
I have somebody that the Lakers would be good to have, but I don't want to let him go. Gary Payton Jr. said.
Oh my God, it'd be amazing.
Is he out this game?
I think
no, he's in.
No, he's in. But
okay, I saw some report that he was nicked up.
But he's a free agent.
They're gonna pay him. Y'all gonna pay him.
Oh yeah.
Y'all gonna pay him.
I think y'all need somebody like that.
But we need we need like 2 or 3 Gary Paytons, a Jordan Poole that we can steal him. Our Jordan Poole might be Malik Monk. We'll see. If he could take a couple of steps forward, that'd be awesome. But we need some guys that can truly go out and get key stops. If Russ is playing 25 minutes to 28 minutes a game, and in 19 of that 28 minutes, he's getting key defensive stops every game, all throughout into the playoffs, I got to consider that a win.
Yeah. And with him, it's just basic. I mean, I hate to say it. It's just 1-2 and IQ of defense.
Yeah.
You know, your off-ball defense is horrible.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing with you. I think that it's all going to be how they scheme him defensively. I don't see him in the same role as a Drew Holiday. Right. So if that's what Darvin is trying, right? If that's what Darvin's trying to do, I'm saying no, that ain't gonna work. I can see him as a backside help, like in a PJ Tucker kind of role, because he still has that kind of quickness. So if he's doing that, then I'm totally on board. But I think we need a stopper at the top of that defense, a real stopper. Yeah. So
now, do you get that in free agency, or are you gonna try to try to get some draft?
I don't care how we get it. Just get it.
I mean, do you have any draft picks?
I mean,
no, we got no draft picks.
You can always buy into the draft.
Yeah, we got to get it however we can get it. Right. However it works, we got to get it. Real quick, with Donovan, for him, to me, I would say just be patient. Yeah. I think they want to build around you. I think they're going to try to find you everything you need. I think they've ran this. It's the same thing that Portland needs to do. Man, you've run this thing out there for almost a whole decade and it ain't worked. You got to make changes. Right. And Rudy Gobert can bring something back that can make you better.
Right.
Because you're probably one or two players away from being what you want to be. Right. But Rudy Gobert ain't it. Now, guess what? Just to parallel this, the Phoenix Suns is basically telling everybody who will listen, DeAndre Ayton is probably not going to be back. Maybe that's the trade right there.
Is he on a contract? Do it have to be a sign and trade, or is he?
It would have to be a sign and trade. It would have to definitely be a sign and trade. But I think that is a workable sign and trade. And by the way, it's a good trade for both teams.
Right.
Yeah.
Really
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying if the event that Donovan leaves, I see two or three destinations he could go. New York. I feel like he can go to New York, and couple that with the coaching, the New York assistant that's up for the job. No, hold on. If he stays, the coach that they should or could get is Johnny Bryant, who was a New York assistant. And as you know, your guy Kenny Payne was with New York.
Right.
So I feel like they got that tie if he stays. If he goes, he could go to either Atlanta, Miami, or New York. So I feel like those are the possibilities if he stays or if he goes.
I don't disagree with any of those.
I think wouldn't it be hard for him in Miami? Because unless they do,
they had to get rid of Kyle.
Yeah,
they had to get rid of Kyle.
They had to get rid of somebody, but I mean,
they had to get rid of Kyle Lowry.
Kyle really, he's like 35, 36 already.
Right.
But Jimmy Butler and Donovan Mitchell is
that's
nice.
Serious.
Yeah, that's pretty serious. That puts them back. That puts them squarely in the conversation.
Yeah, and then ATL, I think Trey, he needs somebody to pair with him. So.
And it would put Don now while you get smaller by doing that. Man, the firepower and the attack.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to deal with, man. It'd be really, really hard to deal with. So I don't disagree. I don't dislike any of those destinations. I think he should stay though. I think Utah wants to build around him. And they have pieces to do it. Yeah.
I think the coach is going to be either Stotts or Johnny Bryant.
Okay. All right. Well, we close out with this question, gentlemen. In about 7 minutes, game 3 is about to get underway. Who do you think wins tonight?
I think Boston wins game 3 and Golden State wins game 4.
That's kind of what everybody has been saying, but I'm gonna go the opposite. I think Golden State punches them in the mouth tonight, and then they come back. They wake up and go, "Oh my God, we got to get this one." The desperation kicks in, and then
I think this series. I could be wrong, but I think this series may go 7.
It feels like it. It feels like it's going 7. It feels like it's going 7. Do we have to ask the Golden State fan? Because I'm sure.
Well, I kind of agree with you. I think Warriors win tonight because Boston's not really been that great at home.
Right.
So I think they'll win tonight. Hopefully, Boston, they get that split, because if not,
If they don't get the split, it's over.
Yeah, so
It is absolutely over. Yeah,
I think Golden State coming off their win, they'll be confident, and just as long as they don't let Boston rain those threes, because they did a good job with Horford last game. He did not have a three the whole game, and White did pretty good, but Smart and all those guys were pretty much ineffective. So I think they got to force those turnovers, and hopefully we will be calling this thing early.
Real quick before we go, Reggie, your keys to the game tonight.
Keys to the game tonight. It's funny I say this. For Golden State, it's going to be a manager runs. Boston's going to make runs at home.
No question.
Mm-hmm. And it really depends. And Golden State has to shoot the ball well here in Boston. If Golden State shoots well tonight, they'll win tonight.
Yeah.
For Boston, can you put a third quarter together? Can your role players make shots like you made in the first game? So defensively, I still think both teams are good defensive teams. So we're going to have turnovers. We have turnovers both games. So which team can limit their turnovers the less? Matter of fact, I think that may win the game. Who can limit their turnovers? Yeah. So that's my keys to the game tonight.
I think that's great. I don't disagree with any of those. I put a lot of heavy emphasis on that third quarter thing because Boston has yet to prove that they can put a good third quarter together against this team. But I also want to say this as well. The psychological factor and how the game is called is going to be huge. If Boston gets caught up in trying to match force too much, that's going to take away from everything else they're trying to do. They got to play their game and give the force in doses. But don't try to get in this whole thing that Golden State's going to try to do tonight. Just do what you do and do it at a high level. Your fans are in the building. They're going to be at a fever pitch. Keep them engaged. Now, for Golden State, I 1,000% agree with you, Reggie. They've got to keep it within 10 going into the third quarter. If they can do that, I think they got a legit shot to win this game tonight. If it's through the roof, 25 or more, see you in game 4.
And I add one more key to Golden State. Their role players have to play well tonight.
Role players got to play well now, absolutely.
Also, Clay has to shoot.
Yeah, we need Clay to step up a lot. Yeah, we need Clay to step up. All right, we got about 3 minutes left before we got bounced. Real quick on the shout outs. Mine is simple. Shout out to Louisville for getting to the Super Regional. Did we steal one from Michigan? We absolutely stole it from y'all. And I'm going to talk more about that tomorrow on Believe in the ACC.
So you're saying you cheated again is what you're saying.
Not me as much as maybe the umpires did. But yeah, we stole the game. Okay. I'm just telling the truth. We stole it.
Is it true that Arkansas was in the Super Regionals in baseball and softball?
Talk reckless. Talk reckless, Reggie.
I'm just saying.
Reggie, talk reckless about it.
I just heard a rumor.
Come on, Reggie.
I just heard a rumor. Shout out to the Razorbacks.
Raise your hand if your team is in the Super Regionals. Okay, all right. Why are you doing that? Don't do that. Chad, you got a shout out?
Yeah, I got a couple shout outs. Shout out to Romeo Cornell, who's retiring after 50 years of coaching. Yeah. That's crazy. 50
Hopefully he'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully, because he deserves it. You know what's your other one?
Shout out to the Walton family who bought the Broncos for $4.5 billion. And they're gonna move them to Arkansas.
They are not moving them to Arkansas.
They're gonna move them to Bentonville, Arkansas.
That is not going to happen. But shout out to them for buying it. That's listen.
That's
All them trips to Walmart apparently have paid off.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, exactly.
All right, people. Y'all enjoy game 3. We appreciate y'all for coming through on us. That is Chad Major. That is Reggie Love. Shout out to Killer Cam and Jesse live from TD Gardens. Thanks for them for checking in.
Yes.
We are out of this piece. Enjoy game 3 of the finals. We out.
I'm plugging in with the there's no mystery. Let's make history with the oh, the song 2 and 3. Add 1 more plus me and do the